Let's speak about your remarkable accomplishments during your 10 years in Silicon Valley. But you did all this great professional stuff, but you never really found yourself, never really found your purpose. There are a lot of guys that are in your shoes looking back at the journey you've had until you finally found your big why. What are you saying to those guys that are listening right now? I look at the content you create and you are a man of purpose. Let's speak about that.
Look, I think there's a great analogy which I read somewhere the other day, which is basically men and women have two mountains to climb. The first mountain that we climb is the mountain between when we're like 20 to 40, right? And that mountain is really about success in the way that society tells us we should think of success. Building a company, climbing the corporate ladder, being a great athlete, making a lot of money, fame, recognition, the house, the car, whatever, right? All the things that we're told we're supposed to want and all the things that we're told are the trappings of success, right? What really happens? What really happens if you have any degree of success in your chosen field, whether you're an athlete or you're an engineer or a marketer or a CEO or a founder, is you get to the top of that mountain at some point. If you are, lucky enough and work hard enough and the stars kind of align, and then you look from the top of that mountain, and often many of us find that we look down around the valley, and across the valley we see another mountain, and we realize that we climbed the wrong fucking mountain.
Mhm.
And that's what I had. I had a lot of things. I had a beautiful car, a beautiful house. I was making really good money at Google. Had a lot of recognition. Play was an enormous success. I think it's a $40 billion business now. It was 700 million when I joined. I think we did okay. I had headhunters calling me up for all sorts of stuff. I could have my choice of whatever CMO gig I wanted to in any startup. But there was there was an emptiness there that crept up on me. And I think it happens to a lot of people when you're quote unquote successful. Is you look around and you go like, shit, is this it? I worked my ass off for this. I have this stuff,
Mhm.
and yet I don't feel complete inside. There's a big old hole. There's something missing in my life. And that's a big part of what I talk about in the book, which is now a couple weeks ago became a bestseller on Amazon. And it's the journey of realizing that you've climbed the wrong mountain, and then that now you have a new mountain that you need to climb. And the new mountain that you need to climb, which I think some of us are fortunate enough to have to face, is this mountain of finding meaning and purpose. It's not about making money. It's not about the yacht. It's not about the house. It's not about the freaking 5 cars. It's not about the country club. It's about finding a reason for continuing to go on and to struggle, because life is a struggle. If you look, you talk to friends on a daily basis and people are going through bankruptcies or divorces or health. We all have our shit, right? We all have
Mhm.
our stuff we need to deal with. And so I climbed that mountain, and then all of a sudden one day, like in 2017, I was like, dude, I totally climbed the wrong mountain. This is not working. I'd been pushed out of a startup. I got into some altercations with a CEO, and it wasn't working, and I left while they asked me to leave. And one day I woke up and I was like, shit, this is not working. Like I have to totally reinvent myself. And so purpose became my quest. And
Mhm.
so I read a lot. I hired a coach. I went to all these freaking seminars, and I did all these psychological tests online, trying to figure out my strength, my weakness. I'm missing something. And and then I hired this coach, and it was really frustrating to work with him in the beginning, because what good coaches do is they don't give you the answers. It's like Socrates, right? They just ask you a lot of questions,
Mhm. Mhm.
and they're very simple questions. What do you want? Well, I want this. Why do you want that? Because this is this. Why is that important? And it's just why. And it's just like you go deeper, deeper, deeper down the rabbit hole. And so my why, to my surprise, ended up being I really want to help people get through the same shit that I went through, because I know a lot of people go through it. Like I looked around at quote unquote successful people, and I'm like, these people are all as messed up as I am. So obviously, if we're all messed up, there's got to be an answer, and we're all looking for the same answer. So how do I help people find that answer? And that's how I came to coaching. I never in my wildest dreams, Keith, thought I would go from being a tech CMO to becoming an executive coach.